Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and we're taking a look at Jurassic World Dominion, and this is the third and final movie in the trilogy of Jurassic World, the sixth overall film in the Jurassic Park franchise, and well, I don't think they're going to make any more, not for the time being at least, and I don't think they should be making. But at the same time, there's a lot of money to be made because this definitely does pull in the crowds, and this one in particularly has also made a lot of money. A lot, I think, has got to do with the nostalgia factor as well, and the fact that it's released during the summer. I guess during this particular time, it has made a lot of money. So anyway, the problem that I'm going to tell with this particular franchise is they've never been able to capture the brilliance of the first movie. I mean, everybody, it also helps that I was like, what, 16, 17 when the movie came out, and it blew my mind. The imagination of, Steven Spielberg and what they could do with the story. Of course, it's based on a book by Michael Crichton as well. But what they could show us, and everything still stands the same right now. I mean, it still is an amazing film to watch, even if I'm going to put it on my, pop in the DVD anytime soon. It's still going to be the same. Jurassic Park from 1993 is still amazing film, but they've never been able to recapture the glory of that. The second film was fine. In fact, I do enjoy it quite a lot, and the third film was also like a little bit lesser than the second, and for that odd scene, of course, the one that's been made fun of quite a bit. But still, it's a very enjoyable film. But they don't match with the first one. Now, in Jurassic World, the first film is really good. I enjoy it quite a lot. I think it's a really good movie. The last one, not so much. And to be honest, I was bored watching this film. I was bored watching a Jurassic Park or Jurassic World film. Anyway, and the problem is there is no heart anymore. They just seem to be going by the motions, and you can actually tell what's going to happen in every scene before it actually unfolds. So, Jurassic World Dominion is a 2022 American science fiction action film, directed once again by Colin Trevorrow, who co-wrote the screenplay with Emily Carmichael, and it is executive produced by Steven Spielberg, I think. Yes. It is a sequel to Fallen Kingdom and the third and final film in the Jurassic World trilogy. It is the sixth installment overall in the Jurassic Park franchise, just like I mentioned, concluding the storyline. So director Steven Spielberg is one of the executive producers along with Trevorrow and someone, and yeah. And of course, you've got Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, Laura Dern, Jeff Goldblum, Sam Neill. Having the first three actors from the original series coming back, and they never all appeared together after the first film. So, Jeff Goldblum was in the second, Sam Neill was in the third, and you had Laura Dern with a smaller role also in that film. Now all of them are up front, it's back to that nostalgia factor of seeing them back in 1993. You also have new characters played by Devonta Weiss. Mamadou returns, B.D. Wong returns, and Omar Sy returns as well. You also have the actors Daniela Pineda as Dr. Ria Rodriguez. Justice Smith returns as Franklin Webb. Campbell Scott returns as a kind of, money-grabbing billionaire who's corrupt. The CEO of Biosyn, he plays Dr. Lewis Dodson. Isabella Sermon plays Maisie Lockwood. And I think she's supposed to be the heart of the story of the film, and was okay. Devonta Weiss plays Kayla Watts, who is a former airline pilot who aids Owen and Claire and their mission to rescue their adopted daughter, sort of. Yeah. So, what I do want to say about this film, I'm going to avoid spoilers, but yeah, the humans and this is the funniest part. humans and dinosaurs are kind of coexisting, you can't say peacefully, on the planet, and there is a, you know, it's kind of like you have to live with it. And even towards the end of the movie, you kind of have to live with it as well. Owen Wilson. Chris Pratt's Owen Grady is now a wrangler for, runaway stray dinosaurs. Claire Deering, Zia Rodriguez, and Franklin Webb. Initially, they were still working in the protection group for the dinosaurs and investigating illegal dinosaur breedings. But then they decide to leave because they got jobs, and Claire is just left with Owen, and they're raising now 14-year-old Maisie Lockwood. So there's a lot about her not being able to adjust to the fact that she is a clone. She's living with them. They kind of treat her as their own daughter, but she knows that they're not really her parents, of course. So she's finding it very difficult to adjust to them. And I guess that's what I said. That is kind of like towards the end of the film, she does understand that they both care for her, and that is the family aspect based around. I mean, that's the thing based around it. You also have Sam Neill's character, Dr. Alan Grant, and Laura Dern's Ellie Sattler joining forces once again and meeting Dr. Ian Malcolm, played by Jeff Goldblum, and there's a romantic spark that's there between Sam Neill and Dr. Ellie and Alan Grant. So towards the end, that does come to fruition, and they do hook up towards the end, kind of like it is kind of obvious in the first film that they were that they, especially Alan, had the feelings for her, but in the third film, you see she's married, she's got a kid, and by now the kids are grown up in college. She's divorced and went back to doing the work that she loves to do, and now she's got Alan towards the end. So the whole thing is based around the fact that there are these this company called Biosyn, once a rival of InGen. Now they have they've got this plan basically to, they have these huge locusts, prehistoric kind of locusts that come and attack crops, attack people in the fields, and they're eating up all the crops with the exception of those that are done by Biosyn. So it's like they're planning to have like a monopoly on the food industry. So that's basically what there is, and of course they have to stop it. And the other thing is basically Blue has got, she's able to produce a child, a baby velociraptor, asexually. So there's that aspect into trying to do, manipulate that for their benefit. So they steal the kid and as well as Macy, because she herself, as we learned a little later, she was actually produced asexually because her mother, who is what is the actress's name? I can't remember the name of the actress who plays the mother. So actually, and B.D. Wong's character is the one who actually reveals that they were colleagues. So she actually gave birth to Macy without the help of she was produced asexually basically. So the same actress who plays Macy Lockwood plays a young Charlotte Lockwood, with Elva Trill portraying her as an adult. Yeah, so that's basically it about the actors. Did I think that they are anyone really stands out? Not really, but it was fun to see the returning Sam Neill, Laura Dern, and of course Jeff Goldblum. Who doesn't enjoy him? But Sam Neill's got this very stated, and I think he's always been like that. I don't know how to put it. He's very down to earth kind of a person. That's the feeling I get with his character, especially the character in Jurassic World series and Jurassic Park and Jurassic World series now. As well as it just the way the actor gives off the expression. So I loved seeing those storyline wise, and the movie is kind of boring. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, DJ Laxman also appears as Sonoya Santos, a dinosaur smuggler, and that's what I find very funny that this thing is actually happening. I'm pretty sure that would actually happen, this smuggling and all that stuff in the real world if dinosaurs ever did come back to life, either by natural means or by I don't think that can be possible by natural means, but by manipulating DNA if we ever get to that stage. Um, yeah, it's okay. It's fun. I was bored, to be honest. It's fun in places is what I meant to say, and I was bored for most of it. And I don't really get the reason for having this particular character in it. She doesn't really bring anything to it other than trying to look cool and fly a plane. They could have easily have had one of the already existing characters fly a plane and get the rescue. The final killing scene of Campbell Scott. Okay, so I'm doing one spoiler over here. Dr. Lewis Dodson. That was actually pretty good. With those, I don't remember the name of the dinosaurs, but the one that killed Newman in the first movie. Those ones, the ones with them. That's that thing. I don't know what they're called. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Um, and what can I say? The movie did make a lot of money. Like I said, it's made on a budget of around less than 200 million, around $185 million. It's made $974.5 million at the box office. I'm pretty sure they'll hit the 1 billion mark, I guess, pretty soon. But what is the consensus? Yeah, most critics gave it a negative review, said that the franchise has run its course. That's the kind of feeling that I got. It didn't revitalize things for me, although I had hoped it would, because I was really happy to see the two teams joining forces. And that's kind of like how I wanted things to end, them maybe even staying friends, staying together. Who knows? Maybe that's actually there. I don't think they're going to make another one, but I don't even think they should get into this, dip their feet into this pool anymore. Anyway, that's it for me. I will give this movie a 7 out of 10. Thank you. Bye bye.